Chapter 146, Creeper Tree. Maharaj, the Nam mantra is very important. People say, I have got knowledge, why do I need the Nam mantra? That's okay, but if you want to know yourself perfectly, the Nam mantra is extremely important. If you want to identify yourself perfectly, the process of the Nam mantra is extremely important. Humanity has a lot of knowledge about Brahman, Atman, Paramatman, all these things, but it is not pragmatic knowledge. It is dry knowledge, for discussion purposes only. Questioner, some people claim that they have practical knowledge without the Nam mantra. They say that it is enough to read Nisargadatta Maharaj's books and follow his instructions. They assert that they have found absolute knowledge, the absolute state, without the Nam mantra. Maharaj, it is not a question of finding the ultimate state, because whatever is found against the backdrop of body-based knowledge. Here, Maharaj points to his body. The body-based knowledge is inside. So unless it is dissolved, whatever you build on top of it is going to collapse. The basic fundamental requirement is to dissolve the body base. Questioner, what you are saying is that knowledge cannot be built on the body base foundation. Maharaj, yes. People who are attending to spirituality without the Nam mantra and saying, I've got knowledge, that's okay, but it is only offering temporary relief. Questioner, so we need to dissolve the body knowledge first. What you are saying is that we need the help of the mantra in order to do this. Maharaj, yes, one should undergo this process. I will give you an example of this from a great philosopher and politician who was around 70 years old. He spent about 5 or 6 months discussing spiritual matters with Nisargadatta Maharaj. He was very well read in philosophy, the Vedas, Yaneshwar, Tukaram, etc. Then one day he announced, I know your knowledge very well, but it is still not so impressed in me. Nisargadatta Maharaj used the analogy of a creeper climber plant to respond. You know the creeper plant that grows on walls? How did it grow like that? It was able to grow because the seeds were planted in the correct spot. The plant grows close to the wall and grips itself to the wall for support as it gets stronger and grows higher. Spiritual knowledge should be rooted, like this, through the masters alone, through the guru alone. If you try and plant the creeper seeds elsewhere, it will not flourish. Maurice Friedman, on another occasion, told his master that he could understand the knowledge, but was unsure how to absorb and establish it. He was not getting it in a real sense. Nisargadatta Maharaj again used this example of the creeper tree. The devotee must be rooted to the master. The master is the base and support. Knowledge can only be established through the master. You have to follow what the master says. Use this Guru Mantra process at the initial stage. It makes the perfect foundation for your spiritual knowledge. But of course everyone has different opinions. Questioner, did Nisargadatta Maharaj want people to take the mantra? Maharaj, no, he never insisted that anybody, whether ordinary, famous, foreign or whatever, should do anything. He never ever said, take the mantra and be my disciple. It happened spontaneously. Like with the politician I mentioned. He decided for himself and said to Nisargadatta Maharaj, now I want to take the Guru mantra. For him it grew in importance over time until it became necessary. Essential. Questioner. Are there other ways of getting there, of reaching the Absolute? Maharaj. There are other ways. For example, if you have, Maharaj makes a fist and shakes it in the air. If you have strong devotion like Saint Eclavia, it is not impossible to do it using another method, but it is not so easy. You will not do it with just casual spiritual reading alone. You must be driven. Yes, I want to know the reality. I have to know. You have to surrender totally to the Master, whosoever that Master may be. This is also very important. Questioner. What if you are devoted to a Master who is no longer in the body, Maharaj? Maharaj. His presence may not be there in life. He may not be in existence. But if the involvement is very strong, then this way is also possible. However, perfect devotion rarely happens. It is difficult because there should not be any kind of dual mind or trace of duality left. Questioner. And Maharaj, do you want people to take the mantra? Maharaj. I am not insisting on anything. Many people are coming to me, but I am not insisting that they take the mantra, the Guru mantra, and be my disciples. No, not at all. With them, I am openly sharing all the spiritual secrets. I am not keeping anything to myself. I am giving them all the secrets. It is then up to them to determine the effect of this knowledge. Some people are deeply impressed, others not so much. Some people feel it is important to take initiation, whereas others are not interested. It is different for everybody. It also depends on their spiritual maturity.